Hello! Welcome back to Cordially Invited, where you all are cordially invited to watch my merry gang of entertainers try and pull off the impossible, which is to make a wedding go off without any problems whatsoever. I don't know if we've already failed at any problem.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
There have been problems.
There
I'd like to
have
think there's a
been.
gradient. Like if it's like binary success or fail, we're gone. But if there's a gradient, maybe we're okay.
We're gonna need to come up with like how we mark a successful wedding. Is it like if both parties are alive by the end, or if our party is alive by the end? Who knows? Who knows? But yes, we are here to play some D&D 5e. Little bit of homebrew, a little bit of fun. We are returning to quite literally right into combat. And before I start recapping where we are, do we have any other things that need mentioning, Scott?
Yeah, there's a couple things. There is, first of all, good chance that we won't be live in 2 weeks from now, as there is that night might not happen, but it may be pre-recorded or it may just be delayed. We will figure that out. Also, we have the Discord server, which you can find in the YouTube description down below, which has all kinds of information about our different shows, and you can come join us and chat with us there. We also have, and this is probably a little preemptive mentioning it at all because it's fairly empty and under construction, but there is a kind of a wiki-ish site being hosted on Notion right now, which is the dicecult.notion.site. You'll also find that description down in the link below. There's very little in there at the moment, but we're slowly growing it, and you can actually find various wiki stuff on all of our different shows, slowly starting there. Don't be surprised if right now you actually see like placeholder stuff that's like fake, or like, what's your character's favorite food? Pizza pockets, just like random stuff to fill in to test things. So we'll be adding stuff in there as we go along with the other shows. So please take a look. Let us know. Join the Discord server. Let us know if there's anything you like in there. Yeah, that's it.
Favorite pizza pockets. I'm now seriously trying to remember the last time I had a Hot Pocket, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while. Speaking of it having been a while, we ended last session in the midst of combat. You all returned from at least trial 1 of the wedding trials, having been, reasonably successful. No one died that wasn't supposed to. You did manage to kill the Black Boar of the Forest. Neve and Dove had a heart-to-heart and some sharing of some magical abilities. And, we all walked away from that only a tiny bit possessed, a tiny bit worse for wear with deeper existential crises than we began with. But no one's ruined. And other than making a few enemies, we walked out of the woods pretty okay.
Pretty okay.
I thought you were raising your hand like,
No,
I have
trying to
something to
get
say.
my camera to focus on me. I'm sorry.
No, it's totally fine. I'm so trained to be like, a hand is raised. Yes. My former life. When you all returned to the palace, you managed to get back to your long neglected quarters that you share with the other entertainers, knowing that you probably should start gathering some information about the next trial that you have some hints about from Lord Nolan and Tristan. The Granite Breaker brothers invited you guys to go have some drinks in the kitchens because you arrived in the evening and had missed the evening meal. So you went down to eat and drink and relax a little bit. Dove ran into the serving girl, Ren, who she had met previously, who was a little bit different than how she remembered her, because Ren had been very sad when they left due to the death of her father figure, and now she seems perfectly fine. And before you could investigate all of that, we had a little bit of an unwelcomed visitor, as I'm having an unwelcome visitor riding down my street. The door to the kitchens had opened. Oh God.
Oh, that's loud. Well, and we defeated them
Detention
all
really did
soundly.
open.
The things that came in just died. We
It's
killed
totally
them all.
fine. Yeah, there's
No,
problem
no,
at
no,
all.
no. The things that came in, well, the thing that came in seemed to be a nobleman who was very intent on getting to Ren before noticing all of you and immediately summoning some creepy tentacle weirdos. And you discovered that the nobleman was less man, more worm man. And they seem to be quite eager to get their hands on Ren, in which you guys began a fight. You've gotten some hits in, and some of them aren't looking pretty. But we ended last time with Neve realizing that Premac is a little more loosey-goosey than he's been in any other fight before because he's been charmed.
Yep. Yeah.
A gem, the worms of Worm Man had a gem rise up out of his weird little throat and seems to have at least enchanted Premac a tiny bit. And the last thing Worman said, I think we called him Worman, like Herman, but more wriggly, was 1 down, 5 to go. And that's where we will begin.
Boy.
Now, I will remind you, you guys have gotten Ren into the kind of side storage area. Duff was able to do that. The Granite Breaker brothers were sort of protecting the door. Premac had run up to try and attack these guys after having gotten wormed once himself. Now he's a little bit charmed. Dove, I believe you have your swarm. You have your birds ready, and we ended on Neve's turn.
Ooh, it is my turn.
It is your turn. You've got the 2 tentacle boys and Worman in front of you. What would you like to do?
Great. Well, I see Premac suddenly not acting right. I'm just
Very
gonna immediately hit him with a good old Dispel Magic.
Absolutely. Now I believe
Do I have to roll for that? Is it...
you may need to. I gotta look up the level. So what?
It's a 3rd level spell.
It's a 3rd level spell, so you're gonna have to roll for it for me.
Okay. Cool.
It's a DC 14.
I believe in you.
Okay. And I'm adding my spell modifier.
Yes, it is any spell of 3rd level or lower it ends. Each spell of 4th level or higher, make an ability check using your spell casting ability.
Gotcha.
Money, big money.
Oh, that is a 12 total.
A 12. You instinctually are like, this is fucked. You try and dispel magic on Premac, and it kind of fizzles over his head, and it does not look like he is any
Really
more
not good at dispel magic.
intense. I think you've tried the spell 4 times.
Yeah, I just got the spell and I'm working through it.
We've tried it on Nolan a couple times, and it finally worked.
You're just so good at making magic happen. Making it end is just not really in your...
Yeah, it's a little harder.
You're a
really
very
sure what to do
inherently
with
magical
form
being,
things.
and not working out so great.
Cool.
All right. Any bonus action, anything?
We'll tell Dove, don't look at that crystal, and give you a bardic inspiration.
Oh, thank you. All right.
And that's it. That's all I got.
All right. Luckily, next up is Dove.
Well, first of all, please tell me, good DM, I have a spell slot of 2nd level used up. I tend to normally cast Hunter's Mark with my 2nd level spells. Did I?
You have the one that has the green circle is Hunter's Mark.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Considering all of this, and considering the fact that I have nothing that can help Premac, and he just loves getting himself charmed and possessed
Freeman
in some
gets
way.
infected far too much by things.
Yeah, he'll be fine. So I'll just deal with the worm creature instead. So I'm gonna. So number 2 with the green circle.
Mhm.
I'm going to go ahead and hit it with my flurry of glaive.
Absolutely.
Free attack.
Let's go.
12.
Which one are you
have a bardic
hitting?
inspiration.
I do. Number 2. What is my bardic? Is it a D8?
It's a D8, yeah.
D8.
I will use that then. I was not supposed to look at a crystal. Ooh, it's +6.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So that's an 18?
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
12 plus the 6. Yes, 18.
Yeah.
Math
sounds
is
right.
hard, guys. We only
I
play
like
a
that.
game where
I
we
like
have
that
to do
result.
a lot of it. It's just arithmetic, but I'm really bad at that. As I'm staring at their AC, like, yes, an 18 hits these guys. Go ahead.
Okay, great. Okay, I'll roll my other 2 hits and then do damage afterwards, just to.
You're making my life so much easier, and I
Yeah.
love you for it.
I do what I can. All right, the next one is
Until
geez.
you
It's-
one-shot these fucking guys, and then I hate you for it.
Don't worry, I got a 13 on my next hit, so
Oh,
Oh.
I rolled a 5 and then a 6. This is not going well for me. So 13, I'm gonna assume does that miss?
13
there?
is not gonna hit.
Okay, and then for the last one,
Come
holy
on.
shit. Okay, a 9.
Oh.
Oh, starting strong. Oh man.
There's a lot happening that is very much
Yeah.
distracting
Oh
Dove
my
here.
God.
You had to protect a legitimate just commoner who's probably got like
no.
2 hit points. And then having to rush back. Neve is shouting things at you. Freemac is just like looking around, all happy. There's a worm man and a 2 tentacle monsters. This is a very at the end of your day in which you've already been really tired. It's not been a fun time.
No, I mean, I do like the story significance in the fact that the only one that I hit was because of Neve's encouragement. And that's it. It's the only time. Okay. So that was. I will roll damage in a moment. I can also use my swarm on this.
Yes, you can.
Because I did hit once. Which
Did hit.
all I need to do. I can do. Okay, let's see. Piercing damage.
A swarm of birds in the kitchen sounds like fucking chaos. Like, just like
oh
birds
yeah, pure chaos.
everywhere.
But consider this: birds love worms.
Maybe
These are
they're
worms.
maybe it's like double damage
Are the worms vulnerable to birds?
To bird.
to bird.
Yeah. Okay.
Specifically
That's
birds.
their
Actually, you
favorite
know what?
foe.
Let me look.
Considering that, I'm gonna make sure they do damage on this one instead of doing anything else. They're gonna do their D6, and it's gonna matter. Give me a second.
I'm looking up its.
Oh my god! I rolled a 1 for damage. Okay.
Oh,
No.
5
Oh,
points for my
man.
glaive.
oh
And
man.
let me roll for birds. This could be it. This could be the big one. 5 from the birds. They did the same
Hey.
amount of damage with my giant glaive. So 10
You know what?
points.
I'm gonna say the birds have honed in on the fact that that at least Worman is made out of worms.
Okay.
He is. There's a whole bunch of things that the base of this monster should have that I'm saying fuck it because I really enjoy the idea that the birds now know he's made out of worms.
Okay.
You're fucked now, buddy.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll also do Hunter's Mark damage. A
Mhm.
4 on that. So in total 14 points. Do you need to know the types of damage that those are, or are we
For
okay here?
this thing, no.
Okay.
He only has condition immunities, so that's the only thing we gotta worry about for good old tentacle boy number 2.
All right. That will be all of my action. The swarm is going to go there in between me and Premac.
Okay.
And actually, swap that around. I'm gonna move like slightly to the side.
Mm-hmm.
If that provokes an opportunity attack from Worman, go for it.
Where you're just moving towards Premac?
Yeah, well, towards Premac and towards Neve, so I'm a little bit in front of...
Yeah, it will provoke an opportunity attack, but this guy is not built for a lot of melee. So I will say he will have one. Let me roll. I've lost DNDBeyond. He rolls this. Does a 16 hit you?
No.
Then you're good. He reaches out with like a weirdly too long arm, and it just misses you, and it sort of like flops at the end. He's clearly does not have joints.
The one bit of worm that gets close to me, it's gone. I just
You take 1 poison damage.
Oh no!
No.
Right,
You
when
have
Premac
seen-
touched this thing last time, didn't he like...
He got infected
Burn.
with worms.
Yeah,
Yep.
never mind, I
He
don't eat
started
it.
burrowing into him. And he took some nasty worm damage. So yes.
I don't like this sentence.
Sorry. Next up is Tentacle Man number 2. He is going to... he can... Aha! He's gonna try and attack Dove. Yeah, he's just gonna try and attack Dove because he is not stupid. And he knows what his master is doing. That's a solid 6, making it a 12, which I know doesn't hit Dove. Does a 17 hit you?
No! It bounces off my incredible pecs.
Oh. Does your swarm have AC?
Let me check. I don't know. I don't know if they can be... I'll have to give me a sec to, like, Google it.
That's fine. These things, if you're metaing at home, and if you're one of my Thursday players, I have definitely stolen this monster from you. And they get a couple attacks, but one of them could be fun for me. But it's
You're
totally
enjoying
fair.
the worm too much.
This is just a tentacle man. This is not worm
Hmm.
man, unless you count tentacles as like giant worms.
I don't wish to.
It says they are in my space. In no point does it say that they have an AC. I think they're just kind of part of me.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Yeah.
It did. Okay then. It is just going to do 2 more unarmed strikes against you.
Remember, these guys are banged.
Oh, I am. I am.
Good. Okay, good.
Because that was... This would have hit if it wasn't baned. I get a 7.
Good.
Thank you, Neve.
That's a natural 20.
Oh!
You had to say thank you. But it's just an unarmed strike. So you're only gonna take 4 bludgeoning damage. As this thing
That's not bad.
starts
Yeah.
getting really mad and slashing out at you with tentacles and arms as you move towards Premac. Nah, these things aren't being sneaky about anything. This thing is clearly not happy that you're moving towards Premac. He's not happy about literally anything because he's a screaming tentacle man. But, he's clearly not pleased. That brings us to Premac. Mr. Charm himself. You are
So-
charmed.
charmed, is that just that I cannot attack the guy who charmed me and his allies, or just him, or do I have to attack my allies? What is... I suppose I should look up the charm.
What you are under, you are charmed until the spell ends, or until you are harmed. You are now friendly to the creature that charmed you. And he has not had a turn yet to tell you what to do. So currently you can't attack him. And you seem... I will say that the effects of this just make you kind of feel like you're a little confused. Like, you know, a second ago there's fighting, but now it's a little muggy on who it is you're fighting, and you at least know that the nice-looking nobleman is not your enemy.
Okay.
Despite the wriggling.
Seeing all of that and watching the wriggling, was a gem. Was a gem in one of the tentacle things, or it was Worman's?
The worms brought it up the guy's throat, and he opened his jaws and shined it, and then he started talking to Neve.
Okay. Premac is kind of looking at all of his friends who happen to be fighting with each other, thoroughly unhappy with that. No, perhaps we should eat the plenty of food. And I would like to try to do... I would attempt to break up the fight by shoving Dove away and shoving number 2 away with my 2 attacks.
Okay.
So I will try to... I'll do an athletics check against number 2 for a shove attack.
Okay.
Grab my athletics.
Rude, D&DBeyond.
12?
He got a 5.
All right. So I shove him 5 feet away.
Which way are you shoving him?
Away from me, because, well, it would be
into Worman.
I mean, I guess I'm planning on Premac moving this way, so I guess it would be kind of like this is where I'm trying to shove him.
Okay, so like move your arm and try and just move it back. Okay.
Push him through people.
That makes sense. Absolutely.
And I would try to shove Dove as well.
Okay.
Good
Do
luck.
a contested athletics.
Athletics.
22.
22. Okay. I have a very high athletics as well. So let's see. But I've been rolling very badly. 23.
Oh, 23. Nice job. Nice
He
job.
was so close to an 8. I thought I was gonna like continue my under 10 streak. Okay.
Premac comes up and it goes and shoves the worm away, of which, or not the worm, the tentacle muster, and goes to push you as well, and just can't, and turns and faces you, and Dove, we mean to settle down. Perhaps some food will satisfy this. We've been traveling much. A night of rest would probably be best.
Premac, I think you're the one that needs to sit down right now. You need to think through your actions and just actually stop thinking. That's a better idea. Just stop for now.
No, I'm fairly convinced about this, I think. And that's it. That's all I'll do for my turn.
Okay. Next up is Mr. Tentacle number 1, who is going to move forward towards Neve. Premac, you do get an opportunity attack.
Could I try to shove or like knock prone or something instead of attacking?
Yes. You can instead of like trying to do damage, you can just simply try and like
I'll try to trip.
Like hold him back or trip him, yeah.
Yeah, my tail whips out from behind me and tries to knock him down, shove him prone.
So another athletics.
That would be a 20.
5.
Nice.
I've rolled 2 3s. 2 3s in a row for these guys.
We love to see it.
Yeah,
Everybody's
we do.
flying around.
I don't like it. Where's,
So, yeah.
where's my natural 20s that I had to hurt up?
Premac would try to keep him like right here, like not leave his space.
Yeah, I will say he'll get up to he still gets past you, but he only gets up to about here, which puts him about 10 feet from Neve.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he's got a 15-foot reach with his tentacles. So you stop him from getting close, which keeps him from doing his other attacks, but he does get 2 tentacle attacks
Now,
on Neve.
quick question.
Yes.
Does he have disadvantage if he's prone? Are they melee? I guess
It
that's
is a
long
melee weapon attack. They are wild tentacles, but I'll give you that. That my original one wouldn't have even hit anyway, because that was only a 14.
Bane?
You're so lucky that I had disadvantage on the next one. Because after the 14, I got a natural 20, so we're going with the 14. The next one, I'm gonna roll my last one, is an 11. I got a 22 and a 15, and with Bane, it went down to an 11. So, really pulling its weight there,
Excellent.
Bane. So these tentacles swipe out as Premac trips, and they
Tail
just
spotting them.
rush. Yeah, they like brush past your face, Neve. A little too close for comfort. Not happy about this. And that is all it can do because it can't get within 5 feet of you. And you're not grappled, so it can't do any of its fun stuff.
Okay.
Next up is Worman. It wasn't his original name, but he's now Worman.
He's no
And
woman.
he is going to... I'm not going to do that. He is going to look at you all. And let me roll to see if he gets something back. No, he does not, because that was only a 10. He is going to look at Dove and then look at Neve and kind of sigh and say, "You might want to join your friend in stopping to attack me. I'll make it hurt less." And he is going to reach out with both hands and he's going to shoot 2 beams of gross-looking magic at you both. He is going to have this to hit. That's a 20 to hit Neve.
Okay.
And that's a 20 with Bane. And
He's not Bane.
Oh, he's not baned.
Yeah, it's just the tentacle monsters that are baned.
Okay, solid. So,
I regret not saying anything already. Or
yeah, so that was a
regret mentioning it
26 to hit you.
Yeah, that sure hits.
But he only got 13 to hit Dub. So
Well, great.
we
That's
love
better.
that. Yeah.
That's better.
So Neve, you're gonna take come on, DNDBeyond. You're only gonna take 5 force damage. Because that was bad rolls on my d10s there. As this very disgustingly wrong feeling energy slams into you. You feel... Give me an insight check. Or an arcana. Whichever you would prefer.
Insight for sure.
Yeah, and magic being a little
That's
bit
a
more innate to you, that makes
15.
more sense. A 15. This magic feels wrong, not in like an evil sense, but you've been connected to like magic of the forest. It's now very much a
Yeah.
part of you. And you can clearly tell that this thing is not natural. Whatever magic it's using, it doesn't feel like it should be here at all. Something is very wrong with whatever this is. It can do that.
Oh boy, that's an 11 concentration check, so Bane stays up.
Okay.
close.
That's close.
Yes.
Do I get to roll at the end of my turn or anything is there any chance of getting out of the charm?
If you are harmed.
Okay. All right.
Until the spell ends.
Gotcha.
So if his concentration goes down, or if you are harmed, otherwise the spell is up. There's no wisdom save for
Gotcha.
this.
Thank you.
It does have a duration, so if we got through the duration somehow, it would end. But that is it. How many times can I do that? I can only do it once. You lucked out. All right, next in the order is Neve.
Okay, so would I is there something I could roll to understand that smacking Premac might make him
Do an Arcana
uncharmed?
check.
Okay.
Because I will say, probably you and Dove you've seen charm spells before.
Yeah, 16.
A 16. Yeah, you would know it. You've never seen it cast like this before from an object, but you know that Premac is somehow under an enchantment that is making him friendly. You've probably cast something like this before on people to make them nicer to you.
Yeah, probably.
And so you know that as soon as if they could resist it somehow, or if they're shocked out of it, it would drop.
Okay.
You're hearing all kinds of pleasant clicking from Premac as he's just happy that there's all these people around him. He's just desperately trying to keep everyone from fighting. He's just I'm around all my friends.
Okay. So I have counter charm that I would like to do. It gives advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed. It takes an action. I have 2 weapon fighting, so I can take an attack action with my bonus action. Would you allow me to chuck a dagger at him as my bonus action? And then use counter charm?
Yes. Because you've put it in that order, yes. Dagger first, try and hit him. I will let you hold on to that action and see if you hit him first.
Okay. Okay.
Ooh,
Cool.
very generous.
Cool.
Yes.
All right. So
Because you're going to have to
dagger.
keep counter charm up.
15.
That have to be against my AC.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trying to hit you.
17.
Yeah.
You can attempt to
Okay.
use your action to throw something else or actually hit him with something.
I mean, if you know I have 3 attacks, so it's hitting him doesn't. I mean,
For
doesn't
sure,
take
but
too
I
many of
don't-
my resources.
There's only so many resources I want to expend on Premac.
Yeah. I would just give him a bonus action, really. So.
I was going to give him a turn, but you know.
You're gonna regret if he tells me to do something.
Yeah, he used up his time because he saw that Premac was doing what he wanted. So,
Can I please roll an acrobatics, see if I can catch that dagger? Or something?
you're not a monk. If you took some monk levels, I would have allowed you to try and catch missile.
It kind of just gets stuck in all the fabric. It's
Yeah.
just lost in there now.
It just gets sucked in. It's just gone.
You raise your hand a moment too late to try and grab it out of the air, and it just goes into your sleeve and is lost in there somewhere.
I lost it.
Okay, what I will do then, because I'm still in the range of this big, ugly thing, I will take a step forward and take 2 rapier attacks on this tentacle monster.
Yeah, tentacle 1.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Oh, fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Do it. Do it.
For 11 damage.
Love that.
Nice.
This thing
Plus the
looks
second
not
rapier.
great.
That's a 13 to hit.
13's not gonna hit.
Oh, actually, what I would like to do on the 20, I want to add defensive flourish
Nice.
to it.
And that's not a bonus action, that's just you can...
No,
a
it's
reaction.
just when you hit.
Yes,
Whenever you take
love
the
that for
attack
you.
action on your turn, your speed increases by 10 feet, and if a weapon attack hits, you expend 1 bardic inspiration to deal extra damage equal to the number on the die. Do I get to double that?
Yeah.
Because it was a crit.
Yes, of course. It's a crit.
Okay. So that's an extra 2d8. 13.
How would you like to do this?
Hell yeah.
It had 7 hit points left.
I want it to be so it's prone on the floor from pre-mech tripping it. I want to come down and just kind of coup de grace right in the back of its neck.
Yes, absolutely. You dodge the tentacles and you just slam your rapier directly into the back of its neck, and it just flops to the ground. Very dead.
So defensive flourish, I add what I rolled on my bardic inspiration to my AC. Is that both the die because it was a crit, or should I just pick one?
I will say because it's AC, pick one. You get to double your damage, you don't get to double your AC.
That's totally fair.
No, I appreciate it.
Opportunist. Love it.
Okay, so I'll take the 5 and my AC increases to 21.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
And I'm gonna back the fuck up again.
Absolutely. That sounds like a good plan. Okay, next up. Dove bird.
Very good, very good. Okay.
So one is
Yes.
down. He is
Yes.
gone.
Right.
It's just goop.
Hopefully this doesn't hurt me, but I'm going to try to shuffle around Premac here so I can get to this side. Birds
No,
will
I just
follow.
moved you. No.
Oh, just trying to get a
Stop.
better
What are you
view
doing?
of.
What are you doing?
Just
Stop.
would like to. I want to speak to our friends over here. And by speak to, I mean stab with glaive. I roll now.
Yes.
Stop
Okay.
with me.
Okay, I want to hit number 2 again. I want to try 2. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I want to get my 2 attacks, my 2 main attacks on number 2, and then I want my offhand, my offhand polearm attack, polearm master attack to be on Premac.
Okay.
And we're gonna explain that one not as me stabbing him with the glaive. It's just gonna be bumping him on the top of the head with like the blunt end.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Fuck.
Go ahead and
Get shit
roll
together,
him.
donk. Hopefully. All right. First is Jesus. Don't worry about it. Next one. 22. There we go.
Yes.
That one. Okay.
Yeah, 22 will absolutely do it.
7 points.
Okay.
Whatever.
It's not looking great.
Hunter's Mark though, so I get an extra 6 for Hunter's Mark, and I'll have the birds get this one as well.
Do you get an extra 6 damage or a d6 of damage?
D6, sorry. Let me roll. When? You take that, then you take it home, and you think about it.
I'm gonna go after the worms, not the tentacle monster.
I really need to switch it up. You're right. I should
You
take
gotta
the
convince
worms.
the
Dinner
birds
over
that the
there, and
tentacles
you're
are big
making us
worms.
attack this thing?
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was actually my Hunter's Mark. Now it's going to be the birds.
Okay.
That's like a form of protest.
6.
Hey,
Yo!
there we go.
Hey.
The birds almost did more damage than me this time again.
How would you like the birds to do this?
Hey, fuck yeah.
Let's go, birds. I think they do like a really fun like tornado move, and it's like, and they do,
Absolutely. Fuck
they
yeah.
remove all of the tentacles, but the guy is still there. He's just like trimmed.
He's very trim, no tentacles. Now
Yeah.
he's very, like a close shave, glistening.
Yeah.
Which does make him look grosser, honestly.
That's probably not helpful. All the open wounds are probably
Yeah.
not
Gross.
attractive.
So he is very
Okay.
dead.
Now, bonus action. I'm going to try to bop Premac.
Bonk him.
Yeah,
17.
Bop your way to the top. Let's go.
16.
Oh!
Oh!
I have a +7. I just needed to roll like above 10. God. Okay. I bop him, but it gets caught in like the fabric, and I'm like, oh shit. I gotta like pull my claim back.
Oh, you poked my heart.
Oh man. Yes, absolutely. That unfortunately did not turn out. I really love being able to see the ACs and just going, oh. So that is the end.
Yep, that is the end. I will. Yeah, I'll stay where I am.
Okay.
Right here. I'm happy with that.
Well, next would have been this guy's turn, but we're at the end of the order. I will say at the end of the round, the Granite Breaker brothers look at Neve, who's still back there, and say, "You need some help?"
Stand by. Maybe.
Okay.
I wouldn't necessarily advise getting too close to him.
You seem very capable. We can protect the door. We can help you out.
Stand by.
All right.
I will. If ask them to hold their action until I do a thing, if it works.
Okay. Yeah, they will hold their action.
Cool.
Next up in the order is Premac. Who you keep dodging some love taps from your friends here.
You're trying to give me all of their weapons. I'm not sure entirely why, but I will find that one later. I turn to Worman and to say, so what brings you to the kitchen this evening?
Weapons are going, blood spraying, and Premac. The Worman just sort of looks at you. His head's kind of like lolling as he's trying to keep his head up. And he's
it's
like...
It's late, yes.
It's very late. And I would very much like to put your friends to sleep.
After the snack, presumably from the kitchen, it's probably best.
As he's like dodging a bird, he's like, I think your friends are being very bad and they'll be put to sleep without snacks.
Well, I think we should try to separate this because they're being a little aggressive with you.
You're right. We should try and separate them.
So I would like to, first attack, I will try to shove Dove away. Which would be a 25 athletics.
Oh gosh, how do you do this? How do you keep rolling so high? Okay.
This athletics is what he's built for. That's it.
I got another 23.
23.
Damn it.
Oh.
Just the same exact things. Oh, goodness.
So it would be like a shove away, and I'm going to follow, and I will attempt with my second one to try to, restrain you.
Ow!
So that you can't move away. I'm sorry. Which would be another athletics check. You can use acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Athletics is my better one. Okay, 22. If I continue to roll how I'm rolling, I get a 23. Let's do it. Oh, it's a 20.
Oh, look at that. 27.
27.
Nice. Yeah,
Nice.
so
Okay.
he starts shoving you away, and his tail is kind of trying to keep birds out of the way, and I'm just trying to grab onto your arms to hold you in place, but the birds are just in his face and in the way.
Oh, yeah.
No, Dove, we have to stop. Please, you have to stop this.
I don't like hugs.
He wants a snack and a rest, a nap. That's it.
You're trying to put me to sleep with your chokehold? Gosh, stop. Back it up.
And that's it. I'll end my turn there.
Okay. So, I'm glad you failed because it's Worman's turn next, and he has an ability that had someone been grappled would have been very not fun.
Shit.
Because not good. However, you did not succeed, which is great. He is, however, going to come up next to you, Premac, and reach out to Dove and say, "Let me help you calm your friend down." And he is going to attack.
Beginning to hate the word friend.
That is a 24.
Well, yeah, that'll hit me. Don't know.
Okay. You're gonna take 6 damage,
Okay.
and I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. The slow speech is, I think, what makes me scared.
It's a DC 19.
I rolled a 19. I got a +2, 21. Oh.
Okay.
It was so close to the 1. I was like, oh no.
As this thing hits you, it like tries grabbing at your face, and you can feel a little wriggling starting to crawl across your skin, and you manage to like beat his hand off and brush the worms off before they start digging into your skin. So you are not infected with these worms yet. That is it's got one of those. It's only got that one.
Okay.
So that is its turn. Which means Neve, you are up.
So, I'm just gonna slap a hypnotic pattern right over that whole area. All 3 of you.
I'd rather
Okay.
don't bite.
Please make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Dude,
DC
if I'm,
16.
there is a
We're
very
not
high chance
included.
that I am the only one that fails this. It's...
Even if I just get
5.
fantastic. This is already a success.
I got a 12.
Okay, what does Worman get?
The Worman, as you release your spell, and this flash of hypnotic light and energy stuns your friends. He turns to you, head going, says, "Interesting trick. We have too many minds for that." He is immune to being charmed.
Interesting. Okay.
You
Well,
probably
you know,
could've
it's still
put
stop Premac, which is a positive for me. Will you let me bonus action chuck another dagger?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. I'm gonna
You
chuck
throw it at me this time? You throw it at me?
Do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Do I get advantage because she's incapacitated?
Oh yeah, absolutely. She's not moving.
Thank you.
She literally can't move because of that spell, so you have advantage.
Yes, thank you.
Please
It's
stab
20
me.
to
Thank you. Yes. Okay.
You take 5 damage.
Oh,
and
you
wake
roll-
up.
Okay.
But Premac is no longer in the fight.
Okay. Thank
Reback
you.
is now unable to move, honestly, right?
What?
I'm what, sorry?
If I'm remembering hypnotic pattern right, because I've used it many a time, their speed is 0.
Yes, he is incapacitated at speed of 0.
Okay.
He is watching the pretty lights.
Preback is now double charmed. We're slightly worried about the brain damage that might happen with this number of enchantments.
Now I'm gonna gesture at the Granite Breaker Brothers like, he's open.
Okay.
I'm gonna back up more.
Yeah, the Granite Breaker brothers look, and the younger one sort of steps out, and he goes, "I've seen this trick before," and he's gonna lower his crossbow and shoot Preback. He's
With
not
advantage?
shooting. You see that he does not have his like normal bolts on him. This is like a spoon that he grabbed off the table. It's not gonna hurt Preback very much.
Advantage
this
attack?
is literally who he's gonna have advantage. He knows they're artificers. They understand enchantment spells. That this is what you've done.
I'm like gesturing at the worm man. Like what the what the fuck?
Yeah, but that is a 19 to hit you, Premac.
That hits.
You did get them very drunk, specifically.
You did.
I did.
That is
Fight.
1
Me
damage.
hubris.
1 damage.
1 damage from a spoon as it bonks you right in the forehead. And you are now no longer charmed by anyone.
Really quick, just because I want the chaos. Can doves birds see if they get hypnotic pattern?
Oh my god.
Please don't.
I would say no, because
Okay.
the birds are like, their bond is with Dove. So if Dove was still charmed, then yes, they would be.
But since Dove
But
broke
because
out of
Dove
it,
is
got it.
not,
Okay,
they're not
cool.
independent of
My
Dove.
birds are my teddy bear. I need them to survive.
Yeah.
That's totally
Um,
fair. I just wanted the chaos of a bunch of charmed birds.
They would not do anything had Dove remained charmed, but
Got it, yeah. Okay.
No, they-
so now
They look at you and they go, "We have too many minds for that to work on us."
beautiful. This is so
Just
great.
all at once.
They form the
Okay.
words out of their bodies in
Yeah.
flight.
Like Charlotte's Web over
I
here.
hate it. I hate it.
The other Granite Breaker brother, it's gonna like briefly kind of look between you guys because he was like, he went for Worm Man when his younger brother went for Premac, and at the last second, he is going to.
Does he need to roll a d20 or d2 to see which he attacks?
I will say no because he sort of gets what's up.
Okay.
Here he's not stupid.
He
I
is
just gotta
very
pull up
drunk,
his
though.
stat block.
I'm not doubting his intelligence, I'm doubting his sobriety.
That's fair. That is fair, but he is a dwarf, so he's pretty good at this.
That's fair.
He is
He's
gonna aim his hammer directly at Worm Man, and he's gonna fire off a fire bolt.
Oh, nice.
That is a 17, which will hit. And he's gonna do. Oh, and I've got to check. Okay. That's gonna be a solid 8 damage of fire directly on this guy, which is good. And he's got a bonus thing. But it's not helpful for you right now. No, he does have a bonus thing that will help you. He is gonna look at Dove, and say, "What? Walk it off!" And he's gonna healing word you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I was like, what's happening?
I think that's 2d4 plus whatever his thing is.
Depends on the level. Is it second level?
His
His first level is just 1d4.
He's got a second level. He hasn't used it.
Hey,
We'll do 2.
good man.
You get 11 hit points back.
Thank you. Could actually really use that right now.
These
Oh,
guys,
I just gave my.
I've built them because you could have been allies with them before.
Ah.
I haven't used them, so this is fun for me. So yeah, he will heal you guys, and that is their held action, which means we're now back up to Dove.
Very good. Very good. First of all, Neve, ow, what the hell? Second of all,
Sorry.
it
He's
worked.
trying to be clever.
He's just showed a spoon. Everything is falling apart. Okay. Worms. I'm going to hit them. First things first.
Please attack those worms.
First things first, I will move my hunter's mark onto the worms using my bonus action. So no bonus action bopping this time.
Bonus action ball.
Yeah,
I like it.
just some hunter's marking. And once that is happened, I will. I am still right there, so birds will come up to help me, and I'm going to try to hit.
It's a little slow. in our
24?
combat. 24 is gonna hit. We love
Okay.
that.
I'm gonna roll one more time.
Let me get some better music
okay.
here.
Now it's a 10.
Ow.
I shouldn't get
You're
three.
so
I get
sorry.
one hit per turn. That's it.
Oh.
Good hits in there, though.
Yeah, I'm hitting. Yeah, that I should be happy. I'm hitting.
Yeah, this guy's
okay.
starting to look a little looser.
No.
Ooh.
I hate that. I hate that description for this man. God. Oh.
I just said it so confidently before I realized what I said.
Worm. Not so
We're
tightly knit
loosening him
worms.
up. Let's go.
He's
Okay.
not tight anymore.
Okay.
Oh.
You wouldn't want a tight worm. That. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna roll damage.
I need this chance
Okay.
to
Oh,
calm down.
Jesus. Can I please roll damage properly at some point? It's 6 damage from the glaive. That is the type of damage, in case you're wondering, is slashing on that one. For the Hunter's Mark, it is 3 points of damage. Hunter's Mark damage is move please. I cannot see. It's just my extra damage to the weapon attack, so I believe that's also slashing damage.
Okay.
And then the birds will hit, and the birds are piercing damage. So they are going to do a d6 as well. 5 points of piercing damage from the bird hecking
Okay.
this guy.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely feeling a little like he's missing some worms. I won't say looser anymore.
Yeah, thank you.
A couple dead worms sort of like drop from him in some clumps.
Very good. I will also.
The birds take them away.
Yeah, they remove them.
Yeah.
We're gonna
The birds are
slowly
doing great.
deconstruct. That's the plan. I'm also going to move. I am confident enough in the fact that I don't want to be near him. That's the confidence. I'm very confident that I don't want to be here. So I'm gonna go. I think I'll just go backwards.
Those doors are open if you want to go through down the hallway.
Oh, okay. Cool. I still want to see these guys. I don't want to leave eyesight, so I'm gonna go. The one tentacle guy's gone, so I'm just gonna kind of
Yeah, he's
ring
gone.
around there.
I'll take him off the map.
Okay. I believe that is not too far, so I think my movement covers that.
Okay.
So yeah, I will leave his range.
Yes, he is gonna. He's gonna try and do another grab at you. So he's gonna get a. He got a 2.
Oh,
10.
hey, if it makes you feel any better, that's basically how I'm rolling too. So I mean,
but you
it's-
get 3 and he gets 1.
yeah, yeah.
But such is DNDBeyond, hating me and my encounters. So yeah, he misses you, and you manage to get away. Which is a good plan here. Next up in the order.
We'll say it's only because I slipped on a worm that was on the ground, and I just like slipped underneath his attack. It would have hit me.
Yes.
I just
There's a
It's
squelch, and your foot
Yeah.
goes out like
Yeah.
forward a little too far, and you duck as his
Yeah.
arm like reaches over your head. That is that guy's dead. The Granite Breaker brothers, if I look back at their stat block, because they held their action, but it's now back at the end of the round, so they could go. And the younger is going to. I'll let him do it. He takes his crossbow and he like realizes as he's swaying a little bit, he's like, oh, and he slams his hand down on it a little bit and like squeezes, and it starts to change, and he is going to fire another bolt, and immediately there is a blast of heat and fire. He is using an Eldritch Cannon.
Oh, artificer
Which
shit.
means, yes, they are both they're different kinds of artificers. The worm man is not apparently great at the dexterity. It's only a +1, so he is gonna take all of it. That is gonna be 2d8 for a solid 9 damage, which, we're chipping away at him a little bit. Because Premac is basically blocking him, and it's only that much, so it's perfectly to just reach Worman and not Premac. The cone's range here. So, and that is what he's got. The other Granite Breaker brother, and let me look around at y'all. You're fine. Y'all are fine now that Dove isn't dying. DNDBeyond, their encounter builder, Primo. It'll tell me in oranges and red who's doing well and who's not. So far, your guys are great. So the other guy
I
will
wasn't doing well before, but thanks to the brothers.
The brothers
Okay.
This is why we've got them helpful here. But Premac is a little too close to Worman. He's gonna hold off.
No, I'm
But
right where
Premac,
I need to be.
you are up.
Can I?
Premac.
Will you let me
sorry,
do
go ahead.
a free action to communicate something to Premac right now?
Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna just like move to the right, two steps to actually. Yeah, to your left. My
Yeah, so
right,
that
your
happens.
left.
This happens.
Yes.
I gesture the way that I want you to go.
As you're doing this, like there's a blast of fire.
If Premac,
In communicating, I want you to move like right here, and I
Gotcha.
will let you decide if Premac interprets that from me, because
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Premac, here, I'll tell you what. I'm going to give him a 50-50 chance because he's been sitting there kind of going like,
He's been charmed so many times.
yep. It's a 50, slightly better than 50-50. Yeah, there we go. I rolled perception. My perception's 16. I'm going to say he sees it then.
Cool.
So I've been like, just kind of like with the lights and everything else. And then as the charm, as the crossbow spoon hits him, there's just the laughing kind of and the growling laugh just kind of starts. Bonus action, as I slide off to the right, off to the left, and a bonus action, the echo spawns on the other side. Premac wraps around. It's like both Premacs with their claws out and tails out wrap around Worman on either side and just be like, need some additional friends. And the echo appears. Let's keep this intimate, shall we? And I'm going to dive in with attacks on Worman.
Okay.
So, first attack. That'd be a 16.
That hits.
Second attack. 15.
15 does not.
I'm going to use up one of my unleash incarnations to have my thing attack, my echo attack with me, which would be an 11. So not going to hit. That one attack does 9 damage.
Okay.
Action surge.
Go for it.
I will attack. That's an 11. Oh god, another attack. 15. That also doesn't hit, and I'll use another of my third of 4 Unleash Incarnations to do my Echo attack. 25 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. That one is an 8. So
Okay.
15 total damage. No, sorry, 17 total damage between, and both of them were the Echo. So as Premax starts lashing out with his claws, the Echo from behind just starts getting in jabs where it can.
Absolutely.
That's it. That's all I
Okay.
got.
This thing is looking a little clumpier. He's not bleeding, but he is dropping. But that is his turn. On his turn. I need you. Your Echo is solid. Yes, like it's corporeal.
Yes, it can. It takes up its space. Yes.
It's a creature.
It is.
Yes.
It technically is an object.
Okay.
Unless the DM rules differently, because I'm fine either way.
No.
But it's
No, I'm gonna say it's fine. Which means you are the only one that needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
okay.
Because you are grabbing this thing and trying to attack it. You are well within 10 feet.
5.
As you are trying to grab onto this thing and your Echo starts slashing Worman, you feel a little wriggling down your sleeve
Damn it.
as they
Come back.
burrow into you. And you're gonna
It's
take...
not being effective, I think.
You failed, which means you are going to take 22 necrotic damage. And you are now blinded and restrained by
Oh, man.
masses of swarming worms as it flows off of this guy, almost from the cuts from your Echo, as they it's almost like it's blood, but it's just worms, and it's just flowing down your arm, and the pain is constricting, and you cannot move. You are blinded, and you're restrained.
I can't even see them. I was blinded already, but you couldn't see them anyways because they just start disappearing underneath the folds of all of these cloaks and capes that he's wearing. The layers upon layers of clothing, you just see it begin to writhe and wriggle as things are moving up underneath of his clothing, this rippling effect. And you get this Premax scream of pain. If any would you would like to see how dangerously close we are to death, you can go to our D&D Beyond character links live down in the description.
Okay.
I'm not doing too bad.
Please. Nope, I'm gonna have to do it. Nope, I can't do it yet. So we're gonna see. I get. You're safe for now. As this thing attacks. Yep. Neve. It's your turn.
Yep. I'm gonna stick with my plan before, which is I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on him.
Mm-hmm.
That's a DC 16 Dex, and I can angle it such that I get just him and them.
Okay. Okay. What's my DC that I need to beat?
16.
16. He's not good at Dex. Yeah. Oh! That is a 15. It's 15.
5 for the Echo.
Okay, well, the Echo is now glowing. All attacks against both of them have advantage.
Anything else?
Hang in there, Prima. Can we get a Bardic Inspiration?
Oh, thank you.
For whatever saves come.
At
Appreciated.
the end of your turn,
Mhm.
Premac, you feel like this is very uncomfortable for you. Obviously, it's very painful. You have no idea what's going on. And as these things get deeper, like trying to almost eat away towards your bones, it's going to take a legendary action. And it is going to feed.
Oh, I'm
You're
restrained.
gonna take-
Right.
Well, yeah, so it can only do this if it's restrained
Yeah.
by the worms. You're going to take 13 necrotic damage.
Mm.
And it is going to look a little bit fuller.
Oh no.
Ugh.
It's not as loose now, is it?
It's not.
A little tighter, huh?
Yeah.
It tightened up, huh?
Yeah.
Now I'm uncomfy.
It only tightened up
little
after it put its mouth on me.
Oh no!
Yeah, it got real tight when it grabbed onto Premac.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay. You
I
did
don't
it. You
like
turned
it.
it back on us. Good job.
Yep. It seems like, yeah, it seems great after
Okay.
worming its way into
Not doing so
Premac.
well over here anymore. No longer confident.
That is Dove.
Okay. I am gonna there's a little bit too much going on between these two. I think I need to intervene for both of their sakes. I'm gonna step up behind here. And okay, I have my bonus action again this time because I moved that last time.
He's glowing.
And he is glowing.
Yeah,
Perfect.
you have advantage.
Yes,
So I
you
get advantage on my 3 hits this time around.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. This I could hit. Okay.
You could. You
It's a
could hit more than
possibility.
once.
Okay, the first one is 24. I rolled
Mhm.
a 17 and a 2. So, it's good. The next one. Oh, at 25 I rolled an 18 and a 4. You get the really bad with the really good. This is how it goes. Without the advantage, that one would not have hit. All right, and the last one. 21.
Mm-hmm.
That hit you? Oh, is it all
Mhm.
3?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Do it.
Okay. I'm gonna get out my calculator because I'm going to add up all the damage for you so I can give it to you all in one little package.
My love for you
Um,
knows it knows no bounds because I
Okay.
would have quickly done some finger math.
Yeah, I do the exact same. Ooh, okay, I rolled well on that one. Okay, so it's 6 plus 14 plus my hunter's mark for both of those, so that's 2d6 for both of those. It's plus 5 plus 2 plus the birds, 1 attack. They do 3 points, so it's plus 3. Plus my polearm attack is another 7. Plus another d6 for the hunter's mark. 2. Plus 2. Altogether,
Oh yeah.
39.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
That's what happens when I hit. All of them. Thank you. Nina.
Yes. It is looking not well.
Yeah.
Not tight.
Okay.
Rather wiggly.
Okay.
Rather wiggly.
Good. After seeing that happen to Premac, I definitely don't want to be within. I don't want this thing to be around anymore. So I do that, and then I'll just back right up again. Hang in there, Premac. You've got it.
We'll be there
How-
soon.
Were you within 10 feet?
Yeah. My polearm is 10 feet.
He's got to reach at 10 feet.
Oh yeah, well, so do I. So
But he only rolls a 14.
Yeah, no.
All right.
quick.
Nice hits. Nice hits.
That would have been Tentacle Man, but he's down. Premac, you are up.
Revenge, Premac.
The Granite Breaker brothers are currently on they're not looking great, but they don't got a whole lot else they could do. If you would like to call out for help, they will, but they're not currently sure what's going on. They didn't see the original worm attack. So if you'd like them to help you, because it's the end of the round, they have actions. One of them was going to prepare something, but the other could help you.
I mean, I think Premac would have yelled out that screamed when he got hurt, but then it would have been probably pretty obvious that he can't see. Like he would be, like, rubbing at his eyes and stuff like that, and yelling out like, help, kind of thing.
Yes, he can. He'll give you a cure wounds. No, he's got to touch you for that though, and he doesn't want to get up next to Worm Man, so he'll just healing word you. No, he's still got a 2nd level spell. Does Lesser Restoration cure your blindness? I believe it does.
Oh, I think
it
does.
would, unless it's like something special about the.
Nope, he's just blinded. Normal condition. He will. He's gonna risk it then because you're blinded and restrained, and we don't want that. So he'll run up and Lesser Restoration you, which is a solid jumps hand in the middle of your back to try and steady you, and you feel a wave of a little bit of relief. There's still a lot of pain, but your eyesight starts clearing. Give me what do I want you to roll? Give me a perception check.
As the Granite Breaker brother comes up and puts his hands on Premac, there's definitely a moment of panic where he starts to lash out. 16 perception.
As your vision is clearing and you sort of whip back to check who's touching you, and you see the Granite Breaker brother, as you turn your head back to Worman, there's a flicker at the edge of your vision. No one else is reacting to it. No one else notices. But as you're turning your head, you can't seem to follow it. It constantly stays at the corner of your eye.
No.
It doesn't feel bad.
Okay.
But it does make you more aware of the things around you. That something else may be trying to get your attention.
Okay. All right. I'm about to go unconscious. So I was going to get out of here using my echo. However, now the Granite Breaker brother is here. He's likely to get fucking roasted by this guy if I leave.
The Granite Breaker brothers are also adventurers. They're not commoners.
Okay.
I've also
they're-
got a healing spell with your name on it as soon as it's my turn again.
Okay,
Yeah.
and they have not been hurt. So
No,
okay,
they've been
in that
guarding.
moment, a bit of panic. As soon as Premac can see, the no action required. The Echo will try to move this way. So Worman would get an opportunity attack if you so desire.
He's more focused on you.
And bonus action, I swap places with the Echo.
Okay.
Kapoof. And you see Premac just kind of it's like Premac just the unraveling of something, and it kind of reforms Premac on the other side as his Echo appears where he was, and Premac kind of collapses against the table on the other side, and half holding himself up on the table as there's just blood kind of oozing from his eyes and the side of his mouth from this injury he's been taking internally from these worms and whatnot. From there, I made one mistake. I meant to do this the order of I was going to attack and then teleport away. Would you let me take those attacks I would have done at disadvantage? Because I have disadvantage being restrained.
You get advantage because of fairy fire, so it's
it evens out.
Roll.
So you just roll straight.
All right. First attack. Oh, it's a big old 10. Second one is a 27.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Which is a total of 11 damage
Okay.
to Wormin. And my echo before it ran off would do the my final Unleash Incarnation. There were 12, which misses.
Yeah.
So that's my final echo attack I can do before a long rest. Then Premac has the echo run away, and he teleports to its location, switching places with the echo, and collapses to the floor.
Okay. Gotta look up if I want to do this.
I would go an extra 5 feet, actually, because I thought that was... Yeah, I can be 30 feet away from my echo.
This thing... You're 25 feet, you're 25 feet. Dev is 20. 5. And Neve is 30 feet. Okay. This thing, because it's his turn next, is going to... he's not going to do that yet. He coulda. He's not gonna. He's not happy because he's very hurt. He's now outnumbered. He is going to look around, see what's happening here, despite the fact that he almost had Premac, and looks furious. Absolutely furious. And he whips his arm one way, the other arm completes a circle around him, and he is going to cast a spell. I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
That is a DC... Where's my con save for him? That is a DC 17.
Oh boy.
Con save.
18.
Okay.
11.
10.
2, 3, 4. Oop, hold on. Let me...
Can I use my Bardic Inspiration? Wait, it's
Yes.
18? Was that what it was? The DC is 18?
It's a DC 17.
17. Okay, so I need
It's a
17
D8.
or 18. Yeah. So I got an 11 plus 5 is 16.
Oh, so close.
Those of you who succeeded on your con save
Mm-hmm.
are going to take 10 damage of necrotic damage as this thing crushes Worm's black blood oozes from its hands as it makes a circle around itself. Those of you who failed are going to take 20 necrotic damage.
As this happens, there's this gurgling sound and a clatter of plates and stuff get pulled off the table as Premac collapses unconscious.
Oh no.
Yep. Luckily it gets to do that once a day, and it's done. Neve, you are up next.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's your turn.
Yeah. Fuck this thing. I want to end it. I will run up to it and do 2 stabs with my rapier.
Mm-hmm. With advantage.
21 to hit.
Absolutely.
Nice.
And a 25 to hit.
Oh,
Yep.
So that is 6 damage and 8 damage, so 14 damage total.
Yeah.
And I will add Defensive Flourish, an extra d8. So an additional 4 damage, so 18 damage total. My AC goes up to 20. And as my bonus action, 3rd level healing word to Premac.
All right.
You get 9 points of healing.
Thank you so much.
Premac, you went down. You hear a weirdly familiar but not familiar voice in your head as your vision starts fading, and it's like someone's yelling at you from across a room. Give me I want to say insight. Give me an insight check.
3.
You can't make out exactly who it is, but you can tell that they sound worried, almost like a warning before you go dark. And then you're back as Neve's healing spell hits.
Okay. Yeah, looking up at the ceiling, lying on his back, just like for a briefest moment, figuring whatever he saw was probably just hallucinations and, yeah, blood and strife and anxiety and stress.
Okay. That would be Dove and birds.
Okay. That was a lot. Well, unfortunately, despite all of that, I have one thing that I do. But I will, just do what I do. Yep, nope. No reason to change it up now, boys. I'm gonna run up and do my attacks.
Go for it.
Everyone's still
With advantage.
up now.
With advantage.
Yes. Very good. Advantage roll. Ooh, these make noises. I changed my dice. They make noise now. 26.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, 17?
Yep.
Okay. And then final one. Oof, 12.
Nope.
Yeah, a nat 1 and a 5 on that. Sounds bad. Okay, just the 2?
Just the 2.
I will go ahead and roll. Roll a 1 on the dice on that one. Nice. Roll again. So, clear. Plus my hunter's mark and birds. I'll roll them all at once. 10. Okay, in all, 29 points.
How would you like to do this?
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I did it. Very good.
Woot.
All right. Yes. Well, I think, gosh, I think the birds just have to eat them. I think they do. Like, there's no other option.
Absolutely.
I think really all I do is I take my glaive and I kind of just swirl it around to break it up so that they can all get a even supply of worm. And I just kind of use it to get like whatever weird clothing and skin that he had covering him up. I just use it to like cut the sack open and just like
Oh yeah.
so then the birds can they just
Yeah,
enter
you-
and then leave, and then the whole thing is empty.
Stab, slash in some arcing motions, skin rips like parchment, worms sort of flop out as this guy crumbles in a scream of rage. And he is down. He is a pile of worms. You do see that they start moving. So that, like, he's gone. The guy's gone. Obviously, not all of the worms are dead. And they're crawling away towards
Can I
this drain.
shove my hand in the pile and cast Inflict Wounds and just try to, like, necrotize as many as possible?
Yes.
In the meantime, I'm gonna run over to that drain and I'm gonna take one of these like onions or something. I'm just gonna shove it in there to plug it up.
Yes, absolutely. Roll a sleight of hand to see how well you plug up that drain.
Okay. Can I do it by force and just do a lot of onions? Can I?
Sure.
Okay. Can I do athletics for that, or is that?
Yeah, add your athletics.
Yeah. I want to ruin this drain.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll me in athletics. I will say if you get
I
over...
got a nat 20 to ruin the drain.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say happens, because I was about to say if you overdo it, you're going to break the drain. But because you rolled a nat 20, I'm going to say the drain is gone, but it is completely filled with a vacuum seal of onion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I grab like a mallet or something, like a meat tenderizer from one of the tables and just like start going after worms and try to smash as many as I can?
Absolutely. You can just start smashing.
Yeah, I'm just like a little bit like a cat with a laser, just like
yeah. You
For a
just
few
start
minutes.
smashing. There's like a solid beat where Dove's furiously shoving a couple onions into the drain to plug it up. There's you grab a mallet off of the back table, and Neve is just slamming it into the ground. Premac, is there anything you would like to be doing?
In fact, Premac manages to sit up and just seeing all of the chaos is a little shaken and is just kind of backing up to lean against the table leg.
Okay.
And kind of starts rubbing his eyes and stuff like this, trying to like, what did I see something? Feeling his skin, like he feels like he's been invaded. Like his skin was stuff was crawled in. There was stuff he was seeing in his eyes. He was blinded. He was charmed. Like he's a little messed up at the moment.
He is a little messed up at the moment. But the Granite Breaker brothers, as they're watching you do this, one of them comes over, like gently puts a hand on Neve's shoulder and just like holds up a finger, points down at the worms, and will firebolt, and the worms will ignite. And y'all are
I
out
will like
combat.
still kind of a little frantic, look over at Premac and immediately just like run over to him and start like poking and prodding him, like, "Are you okay? Are there any worms left? Are you okay? Can you see again? I see there's like blood around your eyes. Are you okay?" Like,
I'm. Please, maybe you could check this arm, and you'll start to like peel off some of the clothing and stuff where the worms had kind of infested underneath of his skin, and just kind of he's not even looking at it, but just kind of peel off the clothing there to like let you check to see what the damage is like.
yeah, I will look and see. What does it look like? Does it look like he has been infested by something again?
Give me a medicine check. I'm going to give you advantage because you've now seen Premac infested with multiple things before.
Okay.
I'd like to know how far you think they got. I started seeing something for a moment. I just want to make sure there's nothing stuck up here. I don't think that's what it was, but I'd like to be sure.
That's a 17.
A 17. You, as Premac holds his arm out, you see that there are like tracks of worm bites, a few holes, and you are able to very quickly. What form is Neve in right now? Are you in Mannequin?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use your talons and you quickly just claw them out very quick, painlessly, because they were dying anyway.
I'm not sure it'd be painless or pretty, but it would be fast.
Yeah, it's not great, but honestly, a lot of the feeling around those holes was pretty deadened anyway.
That's fair.
For Premac, because it was necrotic damage. You do get the sense that it will heal.
It was not. If it was painless, it was not because of what Neve was doing.
Yeah, it is not your surgical skills that makes it painless. It is the nerve damage that was being inflicted by the necrotic energy of these worms. But they are, as you're like piercing them and getting them out, they're almost like disintegrating. And they're gone.
I don't feel it, but I feel the pulling on the skin. It is not comfortable at all.
Sorry. Yeah. When I get the last word, I will drop another healing word.
Absolutely.
Second level for 11 points because I rolled so bad on that third level.
Thank you. That brings me up to 20 hit points. That actually.
Awesome.
Hey.
Yeah.
You guys got it. I see.
It's dead. It's gone. It's mush, and they burned it. And is Ren okay? Is Ren okay? Is she still in the thing? I'm gonna vault over the table and get to the door to see if she's okay.
Yeah, you can open the door. Ren is there. Clearly had like picked up something like a stick off the ground, a pole, and was like getting ready to hit whatever came through the door. And stops herself, is like, oh, sorry. Not.
It's gone. It's gone now.
Okay. What was that?
I have no idea.
Great. Perfect. But it's dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a pile of goo. Okay. Worms.
You watch as like all of the adrenaline starts leaving her. And she like walks out, hand on the wall to keep herself up, and looks into the room and sees the carnage. That Premac is covered in bites and holes and blood. Dove is looking a little beat up, but better now. And the destruction in the kitchen. And she just sort of looks around and goes, this will be fun to clean up.
Dove kind of just walked up behind Neve, and she's full on tears crying from all the onion fumes. There's like clean streaks between all the blood and the worm goo. But Ren, are you now again sad about the person that died, or your memory is still messed up?
Who died? Did someone die?
Okay,
she's like looking around and
brain
counting
is
all
still
of you.
messed up. Okay, very good. It didn't fix it.
Brain is messed up?
Yes, there's something going on. We'll get to it later.
Maybe you got worms in you too.
Oh, and she's like feeling her face. I have can you get them out?
We're not certain that it's worms. It might not be worms. Whatever it is, we'll figure it out though.
Okay.
Yes. Neve's actually very good at fixing memory problems with people. Mannequin is very good.
Well, usually it goes the other way. I usually make people forget. I didn't.
Don't
make
mention
you
that
forget.
part, though.
It was not.
Too late. I've already heard it.
Yeah. We've gone over this. You don't mention the part about making people forget things. You say you're just very good at memory.
It's going great, guys.
We have a very good bedside manner.
We are going to
I don't think you have any worms.
No worms. feels a little relieved. There's nothing under her skin. And with that, we're going to take a brief break. We're going to
Let me
take
do one
15.
thing very quickly before we dive into break. I'm going to walk up to one of the Granite Breaker brothers, thank them for their help, and try to slip back half the winnings that I got from them in poker back into his pocket.
Absolutely. Give me a sleight of hand.
Yeah.
I think it's only half.
Only half.
Only half, yeah.
Oh no!
You like go over to Ignis, who's the older brother who is helping Premac as he's like finishing firing off all the worms, and you manage to get it in his like back pocket, but Coltrane, the younger behind you, clearly is like watching, and so when you turn around thinking, aha, I've done it, he's just standing there like,
I just like nod and walk away.
yeah, he like looks and sees that there's like now actually whatever the bag that you would put the gold in, and it's like, okay, that's fair. As you tried to slip it.
Yeah, I tried to be subtle about it. And that
but there's
failed.
two
I
of
wish
them.
my camera would
No.
focus on me.
Yeah. But yes, wonderful combat. We're gonna take a 15-minute break. And be back at 10. That's
Okay.
I can do math in my head. So go get water, stretch, and we'll be back in 15.
See you soon. Quick, fix the lighting, Jackie, quick. And we're live. Back to blue.
Hello.
It's not combat. It
Nothing
can't be
to
red
see
anymore.
in Oz.
You
Fine.
should do that more often. It's a little ominous if you like turn around in the chair when you come back, like the villain
Okay, yeah,
face.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let me.
Yeah.
Oh no, are we workshopping it now?
Welcome.
Yeah. Perfect.
Excellent.
Welcome back to Cordially Invited. Thank you to those of you who stuck around during our rather insane combat. Had a lot of fun.
Mhm.
So yes, you all are now out of combat. You are pretty much safe in this room as far as you know. Y'all are up. Some of you are hurt. Ren is a little freaked out, and you've got the Granite Breaker brothers there as right now allies. They have not been hostile towards you at all. In fact, have helped quite a bit. But you do realize you're in the kitchens late at night. This isn't exactly private. But we return. So you've got worm goo, you've got an onion in the drain, a terrified serving girl, Ren, and the artificer brothers who are you're all kind of coming down from the fight. What would you like to do?
Well,
I'm gonna take some deep calming breath.
yes.
Yeah.
How did that thing get in?
That is a very actually. I'm a ranger. I should track that. I should start tracking this. I'm going
Can you do your weird little like creature sensing thing?
Yes,
And,
I'll do that.
If there's any more or whatever.
I'm going to spend a spell slot and try to sense what sort of creatures are around. I did have a hunter's mark on this guy. I believe I have an idea of what it is. I believe it's an aberration.
Yes.
And I'm trying to feel if there's more aberrations within. I'm not in my favorite terrain anymore, so I only have a mile.
Were you able on leveling up to take another terrain?
Oh, I did. I think I took.
Because I think I gave
Did
you
let me take
the
city?
urban,
Yeah. Yeah, urban. Never
Which
mind.
is
6
this.
miles.
Yes, you got 6 miles.
Yes.
I will say you do get some weird ping. Like there's some fading aberration pings from these worms as the last of them die. They're very much aberrations. I don't want that. You get it's very confusing. You get a ping for an aberration that's within the the distance of how big the palace is. You get a ping that there's an aberration and then it's gone. And then there's another sort of like feeling of an aberration further away and it's gone. And it's like hard to grasp.
Okay.
It feels almost too faint or too hard to hold on to in your mind.
Okay.
It's moving further away.
Just to confirm, so I don't get real crazy ideas here. It's not like blinking in and out of existence. It's just my connection is having trouble grabbing it.
Yeah, it's
Right.
still there, and as soon it's like it's like you catch sight of it in your mind's eye, and it just slips past you.
Slips out, yeah.
And you really have to focus on that feeling in order to keep track of it.
Got it.
You're not going to be able to hold it like you normally would.
Okay.
Something seems to be going a little bit weird there.
All right. I come back from my trance. Well, there's definitely more, but they're leaving the castle area. I can sense it in the area of the property, but it is getting dimmer and dimmer the longer I wait. It also it's I don't know, it's hard to keep a track of. It's hard to keep my eye on it. I'm not sure what that means, but I feel like I've felt that before. There's been every time we sense these aberrations that are so hard to keep track of.
Is anything that Uli would sense from this? Perhaps I would whisper quietly while there's others around.
I will ask him when we're not in the kitchens. I'll say.
I don't know. I'm not trying to leave you guys with this mess, but I might leave you with the mess. I'm considering trying to follow. It leaves like worms when it walks, right? Like it's got to leave some kind of like goo or does it leave any kind of trails? Miss Dia?
You had seen some worms falling out of its sleeves when it originally walked in the door.
Okay. Can I try to backtrack and follow where these worms are coming from to maybe see where the source may be?
Sure. Yeah. It's
Okay.
a favorite enemy. You can absolutely try and track back where this thing came from.
Okay. I'm gonna just check quickly the types of things I get from favorite enemies, just so I don't miss anything. I have advantage on survival checks to track them, and intelligence checks to recall information about them. Do I get actually about that like difficulty seeing the aberration in my like radar? Can I think about if they have any sort of abilities that can mask their presence, or if it was like on its way into a portal to get into another plane, or if it was just too far away? Can I think about anything that they could have to get away from my senses?
Give me an insight check.
Okay.
It's not Arcana exactly, and it's not nature exactly, because you're focusing on an aberration, so I'm going to say insight is probably the best.
Okay. Can I still have the advantage that comes with the favorite enemy? Because it's technically says...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And,
Ooh.
A natural 20. 22.
Hey!
Nice.
Goodness, okay. It's paying me back from my terrible rolls at the beginning of the session. I am no longer displeased.
You can pick up as you sort of slip out of the kitchen and start sort of following the path of the worms, but you're still trying to pay attention to the aberration ping. It does feel different from the worm creature, Wormin.
Okay.
Still an aberration, but it's not, it doesn't feel the exact same. Like, you got a clear sense of the worms and you can follow them very easily now that you know what they are. But the thing that's pinging on your sense, not so much. And it's not like it's running to a portal. It's not like it's running away from you. It seems to be kind of moving in a spot, like it seems to be popping in and out of just like further and further away from the center of the palace, in what you would assume to be not very populated areas. Like, a lot of the activity is sort of in the center of the palace. The further out you go towards the walls, the less populated it is. It seems to be sort of slinking somewhere. And it's staying present, but it's not disappearing entirely. You just keep kind of losing the thread.
Okay, do I start to get kind of further away from everybody while I'm doing this sort of?
If you're gonna follow the worm trail, yeah.
Okay, I'll just shout back. I think I have a bit of a trail. It's not wonderful, but I think it's trying to stay out of sight, which is, of course, It's silly because it's me. But I will be following it. I don't know if you guys want me to wait, but I'm worried it'll get away if I don't go now.
I feel like we should move in a group. Raymac, how are you feeling?
Kind of his tail goes down, kind of like tripod, like pushes him up. I can thank you. You've healed the primary wounds. I can come.
Okay, let's go.
Right.
I'm
We'll
just
try
gonna.
to stay out of battle time, but
Yeah, no, we're going to be as quiet as possible. I'm just gonna kind of nod to the Granite Breaker brothers and Ren and flee before we have to clean up our mess.
Ren like look back to the kitchen because it's clearly like she's gonna have to come back here in the morning anyway. It's like, this could be someone else's problem. Do you want me to come with you?
I think you should fix yourself a glass of warm milk or whatever it is, comforting beverage that you like, and go get a good night's rest.
and meet us in the morning, and we will
Yes,
discuss
yes.
everything.
Yes, I'll come find you in your quarters in the morning.
Yeah,
And
that sounds great.
yeah, she's gonna go.
Would you like
Oh.
an emotional support bird?
She like looks at you very confused and like shrugs. She doesn't know what that means.
Okay.
She like lifts a hand, and lands. She's like, okay.
Very good.
They're
Like,
very
quiet.
soft and cuddly. Just be gentle.
Yeah, she's like quietly talking to the bird. Seems like a natural.
Tell it all your sorrows.
Yes. It's
Oh,
a very good listener.
I don't have many sorrows other than the panic. But thank you.
Tell it all about that. It'll make you feel better.
Okay. She's gonna go off and try and get some rest. But the Granite Breaker brothers are gonna go with you.
Oh,
On
okay.
our
They're coming
way-
with us.
Unless
our
you tell
way
them
out-
not to, they'll go with you.
Are they
I've
quiet?
not specifically told them not to.
Are you quiet? Can you be quiet?
The two very stocky, sturdy dwarves are like, we can be discreet. We can be
Okay,
discreet.
if we get to a point of like definitely need to be quiet, we'll just tell you to wait in a certain area. But yes, you're free to come if you like.
As we leave, Premac would like to. I'm gonna grab like a couple, just like steak knives, from tables and a frying pan.
Okay.
And just the steak knives go into different pockets, and the frying pan he will be holding against himself.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect, thank you.
So Dove, are you following the worm trail or are you following the ping?
Good question. They're not going in the same direction, I'd assume, from what I can tell on first glance.
From what you can tell in the hall, they're starting to go in the same direction. You don't know exactly where the worm trail is leading you to. Because they're now dead worms. They're not coming up as aberration really anymore. They're fading. But the other ping is a little further away. You're unclear if they're going to take you to the same place. It's just
Okay.
your intention of where you're going is what I
Yeah.
will need.
I think intention-wise, I would rather go towards the live one because that seems like the most reliable source of information than a possibly, a trail that could go dead. No pun intended.
A dead
No,
trail
no.
that is already a little gooey.
Yes.
Yes.
Are
Absolutely.
they a little loose?
They're a little loose.
Bringing it back.
I'm gonna die. I regret having ever said it in the first place.
Good.
So you're gonna try and track this thing, yes?
Yes.
I'm gonna say this is a nature check with advantage, and whatever additions you get from it being favored.
Favored gets me the advantage.
Okay.
Already.
Do you get anything for
So-
it being in your terrain?
Proficiency bonus is doubled for proficient skills when you make a intelligence or wisdom check related to it. So my proficiency is doubled.
Okay.
Um,
So advantage, double
That's neat.
proficiency.
okay,
Hell
I
yeah.
don't have proficiency in nature, though.
Hold on one moment, because I am not absolutely married to the idea of the nature check. That's just what I'm going off of.
Well, I mean, I'm not
Hold
proficient in survival either, so you know.
You
It
can't
wouldn't
expect a ranger to be proficient in
survival.
nature or survival.
I'm a performer, honey. What do you expect?
Yeah. Let me just do a brief, because like this is the weird thing about rangers.
Yes.
You're not following nature because you're not out in the wilderness. You're not like
No, this is-
following that sort of trail. You're following your
City.
like natural instincts. I'm gonna say an insight.
Okay. Okay, I
It's
can
a
do that.
magical insight, but it's still insight.
Yeah.
That
That
seems
makes sense.
fair.
Okay, so proficiency bonus is 3 for that. My
Okay.
insight is -1, so it is a +5 to the roll.
Nice. And
Because,
advantage.
yes, and advantage. So I'm just gonna roll the insight, and then whatever it is, it's +3.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on, come on, come on.
2 10s. So it's a 15.
15. Awesome. With a 15, I'm going to say it takes you a moment as you're kind of walking quietly through the halls. It's now rather late. The kitchens were pretty deep. It's a couple, like 2 floors down, because the palace is sort of on a hill at the edge of the city. And it nice and warm in the kitchens, as quiet as it is. As you're sort of moving away, it gets a little cooler. The sun is now completely gone, and the halls are sort of lined with torches, so that you're gonna have no problem seeing anything. There are some servants that you sort of pass in a distance. They don't really look at you strangely. People walk around all the time, and you guys are entertainers, so there's no reason for them to be concerned as to why you're all together. They sort of know now that you guys returned from the trials, or at least the first trial. It takes you a little bit to follow this trail, though, because it's moving as you're moving. And after a moment, you sort of get the sense that it's certainly getting closer. And it's kind of leading you further away from the heart of the palace towards one of there are 3 towers in the palace. There's a guest tower, there's the king's tower, and this is the older tower that used to be a mage's tower before Silver sort of hand waved away that they're not really in support. The royals are not really in support of mages anymore. So it's sort of now storage. Yeah.
Sorry, just in case this affects any of the stuff you're about to say, I looked at my natural explorer. While tracking other creatures, you also learn the exact number, their sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area. That comes from favorite terrain. We also would get double the food if we'd like to forage. Just in case.
We just left the kitchen.
Yeah.
You could have scooped up some food and been nibbling away.
And I still remain alert to danger during this time. And if I was alone, I could be very stealthy, but it's fine.
Yeah.
We're good.
You know that as you're getting closer, there is only one. Yeah, there's only one, as far as you can tell. It is large in its size. And you can tell that you're pretty close once you're moving a little bit faster than it is. It seems to be moving at a more leisurely pace away from everything back towards the old mage's tower. And as you're approaching the tower, or the entrance into that sort of wing of the palace, it's getting much more clear that it hasn't been that long since it passed through here. You're catching up. You would have known after, you guys probably got a brief tour of the palace in your first days here. The old Mage's Tower is basically there's a couple hallways and a staircase up and some side rooms in the tower. It's not the biggest of the towers here. That'd be the King's Tower. And there's not much really in this, other than some storage rooms and a room at the very top. But should you go down, you'd open a door basically at the end of the hallway you're currently in to enter into that wing. Would you like to do that?
Premac comes padding up behind. There's a little bit of heavy breathing. Dove, you're seeming very focused at the moment. You're
Yes.
still sensing what we're after here.
Very much. It's not many, but there's one very large aberration. It's moving towards the Mage's Towers here. From what I remember, they are made up with, I believe it must be taking up one of the room that's within it. It could
Is
be.
now the time for some very sneakiness?
I believe sneakiness would be very, very good right now.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can. If you tell me where it is, I can get up there pretty sight
I see.
unseen.
All right. Well, if I'm on my own, I can also move very sneakily. It may be best if maybe just me and you go on opposite sides, and then
Okay.
Premac, you stay here with the Granite Breaker brothers, and if you hear any terrible screams, just assume we're dead, and go let everyone know.
I think they smell slightly worse than I usually do, but I'll stay.
Very
It's
good.
the drinking.
Thank you.
The Granite Breaker brothers look weirdly proud of that.
Of course, no
sense.
offense.
Okay.
So I can technically each of my turns. Okay, wait, no. Immediately after you hit a creature. Okay, so I can't if I'm not hitting somebody. It's a creature. Please say no to this. But what if I hit the tower, and then because technically if I hit a creature with an attack, the swarm can move me 5 feet. So what if I hit the tower and I fly upwards? I just keep poking the tower and then I fly up.
I will
be too loud.
say any stealth check that you do would be at disadvantage because you're literally hitting stone with metal.
Yeah, I'm smacking the tower as I'm moving up.
Yeah.
That would make sense to me.
Yeah, I think you'd have
Okay, so-
more luck just stealthing.
That's probably right. I think it's a fun idea
It is
to look at.
great if you needed to get across ground or something.
Yep.
But this is just a normal tower.
Yeah,
Just
it's just normal. We're
rowing with
good.
your glaive.
Yeah,
So,
I will do that at some point.
where exactly is this thing we're going to? Can you explain that to me real quick?
Yes.
Again.
So there's towers, right? And the towers
Right,
have
yes, I know
rooms in
we're
them.
at the tower, yes.
Yes, through the door.
It's in the tower.
Yes. Once we go through the door, I think it's gone up the tower to what I'm assuming is the main room at the top.
Okay.
So I
Got
think
it.
if we just go up there, we should be all right. But if we just be very quiet, we should be fine.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
I believe. How does this work? I can move stealthily at a normal pace when I travel on my own, but I'm not traveling on my own technically.
Would you consider it traveling on our own if we are...
Can we separate?
We have
and
the
go up?
same destination, but we're moving independently of each other,
Yeah,
not trying to pay attention to where we're going?
I won't get a normal. See, normally I'm just on Mannequin's back the entire time that we do anything, but this time I will be walking on my own. It's different.
Also, I'm going to cast invisibility, so she will not see me. So I will be. She will not know where I am.
Yeah, I mean,
I will say there's the main stairs that will take you directly up. It's like the main way of going. I will say you guys have at least been informed, because you're entertainers, that most of these towers have a servant stairs towards the back that will still get you to the same place, but will be coming in from a different entrance and going. You'll have to decide who's taking the main stairs and who's taking the servant stairs. You're basically going to be on opposite ends of the tower, still moving up.
Which area is more likely to be populated?
At this time of night?
in this economy.
In this economy?
Sorry.
Well played.
I'm gonna say general knowledge is that at this point of the evening, if people are gonna be in the tower, it's gonna be guards or servants. Guards will take the main stairs, servants will take the servant stairs.
Okay,
You don't know which is more likely at this point.
I feel like I could push a servant around more than I could push a guard around. So then if you're invisible in the guards, place where guards would be, and then I'm just walking.
I think I take the main tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take the servant stairs.
Okay.
Sounds
You
good.
guys can start making your way up. I would like you both to make stealth checks.
I take advantage because of
Yes, you're invisible.
right? Yes. That's only one. Sorry.
Did you get L1?
No, that was only one instead of advantage. I rolled 2
Oh, okay.
So I got a 24 for myself.
Okay. Dove, do you get anything? You're now stealthing on your own.
Yeah,
in your
I'm
terrain.
looking. I can move
Rangers,
stealthily at a
man.
normal pace.
Yeah.
But it doesn't say anything about. It doesn't say anything about like my proficiency for my dexterity specifically being doubled.
I'm going to say you're tracking a favored enemy. Go ahead and add your proficiency to it.
Okay, that'd
And
be
if
nice.
if you're already adding your proficiency to stealth, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so yeah, add your proficiency.
I'm not proficient in anything that'd be helpful. Okay, sweet. Okay, that's fine. Flat, so it'll be a +3. Okay, good. So 21 plus 3. I rolled an 18, which is pretty good.
Nice.
+3, so 24. Same as
24?
Neve.
Okay.
Yeah.
24 and 24.
Damn.
Excellent.
Yep.
You
Nice.
guys start
13.
making your way slowly up this tower. You have to sort of pass through the main sort of entryway of the Mage's Tower so that Neve can go towards the servant stairs, which is sort of back a little bit. There's a lot of just like crates and boxes and various statues that are sort of just being stored here. This seems to be the dropping place of some miscellaneous stuff. There's a few things covered in linen so that it doesn't get dusty. And some furniture that's just sort of haphazardly here. But you're able to get through without knocking into anything in the dark. It's lit up, but it's not very bright here. And you start making your way up the stairs. Go ahead and both of you give me perception checks for as you start walking up the stairs. Your stealth checks are going to hold, but this will be perception.
This one actually, my proficiency is.
That's one.
Okay. An additional ranger question. Does this perception check have to do with the aberration? If so,
Yes.
I would have advantage. Okay, cool.
Yes.
And my proficiency is doubled because it is my favorite train. Now I am doing ranger things. Okay, so it is 16 plus my proficiency is doubled, so it's a +3, so it's 19.
19. Okay. Yeah, you guys start moving upwards. The servant stairs is a lot more surrounded by stone. It's harder to hear things beyond the doors. So you're having a really rough time even keeping track of Dove's footsteps up the main stairs because she is.
Oh, I'm in the one with the servants.
Yeah, Dove is taking
Yeah.
the servants.
Dove is taking the servants.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're effectively a little bit more hidden. Because the servants aren't supposed to be seen. So like there's nothing you can't really keep track of where Neve is going up the main stairs.
Yeah.
And Neve cannot tell how even the like connection that you guys have through your now like little baby magic bond it's hard. It's hard to tell here. You guys are tired. You've used up a lot of magic. And you're not in the woods. So you can't totally tell if you're keeping pace with Dove as you go up the main stairs, but you do feel rather secure that like no one's gonna see you. You're invisible and you're not making any noise. You guys make it up the first flight of stairs, sort of peek into the doorways. Nothing really seems to be amiss. Second flight, nothing. Dove, on the third flight, you feel that same sense of you can tell how recently the aberration has been here, and it's a lot sooner. It's still not here. It feels a little bit more up. It feels about one more flight up. But you also hear with your 19 that there's some movement. It's not still, and it's not moving away anymore. Premac and the Granite Breaker brothers down at the bottom. What are you doing?
First of all, Dove, would you have communicated what direction, like you're sensing this? Like, I know it's up, right? Up the tower.
Yeah. I didn't do an amazing job of explaining it myself, but that's because I cannot see towers in front of me, but I would probably point to the direction that I saw it.
Then there are windows in the towers.
Yeah.
That's then my next question. So Premac would probably, being fairly agitated at this point, agree, I'm going to stay. Wait about 18, 20 seconds and then be like, no, I don't think I can wait here. My question would be, how high is are there windows on every level going up this tower?
Yes. There's one on each sort of story of the tower. It's about 8 up.
Is there a ledge on each of those windows?
There's like a ledge as in a deep window.
Okay.
But there's also glass on the windows. They're not open. Or at least you can't tell if the higher ones are open. The lower ones aren't.
So I would definitely give them a head start. And then at some point, Premac would go, well, I mean, at least if I'm looking in a window, I could be available in case they need something. And I would like to send my echo suddenly kind of just apparates out of him, runs up the wall, and would grab onto the first windowsill. And then I will switch places with it and then start basically frog leaping. Have the echo go past me up to the next windowsill, and then just appear. So I don't have to climb, but I do have to hold on at each location. And it should be fairly quiet, I would imagine.
Yes,
it is. At least in this. So
physically, it's quiet. It's a little magic-y, but it's physically quiet. Go ahead and give me an athletics check just for grip strength and making sure you can actually do this. Because you're basically you're standing at the door in this hallway towards the Old Mage's Tower wing, and you wait, and you're like, nah, I'm gonna go get involved. And you've got to go down a flight of stairs outside to get to where you can start leaping. But go ahead and give me that athletics to see how nimbly
15
you do this.
athletics. And again, I'm not trying to race or anything. I'm more just trying to, if anything happens, I would like to be, a round or two behind them, that I might be able to determine what floor they're on, that I might be able to go in and help through a window.
Okay.
But I don't want to get past them and then be too high if they happen to need help somewhere, kind of thing.
Yeah, I will say. So the windows aren't facing any of the stairs. You can't see the stairs, the serpents or otherwise. You can see into rooms, however. And you can basically, I'll say, you get the sense as you're going up, you get to about the third story, and you sort of see like Dove poke her head through the servant's door, like the door just opens slightly, and you know what you're looking for because your friends are going. You're not seeing anyone else. The first story, you sort of saw a servant who was just like cleaning up, putting something away, and then they were going to go and leave. On the second story, it's pretty dark. Like there's torches and things, but you couldn't see anything. Just like the two of you couldn't see anything on that floor either. But you do see about the third story is when you notice that that is where Dove is sort of looking through the servant's entrance. You have no idea where Nave is. No clue whatsoever.
I'm sure
But-
Neve knows where Muse is.
Yes, that's the
Put
important
that
thing.
in that one.
On the main stairs, you get that you're in a tower. You're climbing some stairs. Where they go? No clue. What's up there? Also no clue.
Do I reach any kind of main door or proximate for a for what I'm looking for? I mean, I know I wouldn't hear or see anything within that one, but I'm just curious, do I reach like the room?
So the room at the top of the tower is 8 flights up.
Okay.
Dove, I will say, will have paused on the third flight because she can sense that there is movement in the aberration on the fourth flight, on somewhere in one of those rooms. You can continue, like you don't know that because you don't have that sense, and right now you don't have any way of.
I will. Yeah, I guess I will keep
Communicating.
climbing until I physically like there is a door blocking me. The stairs end, or
Okay.
I hear something.
Yeah. You go ahead. You wouldn't have heard anything.
No,
on
I
that.
know I wouldn't hear anything. That's what is going through Neve's mind. I know I wouldn't hear anything, so I just go up to the top.
Yeah. I will say, yeah, you can just make your way to the top. And you get to the top of the tower. There's a big door. You know that it's a larger door than anything else. And you know that those stairs don't go any further. There's that main room. But that's all you're picking up. Unless you'd like to do an
Well,
investigation.
I will. Dove said that there was. It would most likely be in the main room. That was her guess.
Mhm.
So I'm going to put my ear to the door of the main room and see if I can detect anyone in there. If there isn't, I'm going to try to go in.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation.
Oh boy. That's a 2.
Yeah, you don't hear anything. Sounds pretty empty.
Before you do anything else or go in, I'm guessing the time it would take for you to get to the top of the tower, I probably would have at least. Can I do something with my room?
Yes.
Okay. So I can sense that there is something above me.
Mm-hmm.
And this is so just so I can know this tower, is it like a spiraling thing and every single level has a room? Do you go into the room when you walk upwards? Like by walking up, would I end up in the same room as the aberration? Or could I like open a door, get to it?
Going up the servant's side.
Yeah.
You're basically going up the back of the tower. It's a tighter spiral. So
Okay.
you're like in your own little column in the
Okay.
back of the tower. There are doors into these sorts of side rooms on each
Okay.
floor. You would
Okay.
know the main stairs sort of take you to a landing. There's a hall going down and a couple rooms off the hall. The servant's entrance kind of goes into one of those back rooms, and has its own tower where you're going up the stairs. So wherever you're sort of looking through, you're seeing into one of those back rooms and not the main landing on each floor.
Okay, so I'm looking into a back room. Okay. So do I know if there is a separation that separates like a door that separates the back room from the main room as well?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
there's a door.
So can I quietly and just to take a tiny look, can I look in the fourth the floor that I sense it on, which I think you said the fourth floor, can I look
Mhm.
into the back room?
Yes. Go ahead and give me an investigation.
Okay. Investigation. Proficiency is doubled, and I don't have proficiency on this, but I have advantage at least. Because it's a aberration. 13.
The 13. I'm going to say you can peek into this room, and it does look like something has moved through this room. There's a nice little level of dust and things, but it looks like one of the linen sheets that's over a piece of furniture is sort of askew, and there seems to be some like whispering dust. Not whispering, but like it's like someone has walked through the dust on the floor towards the door out to the main landing in this little room on the fourth floor.
Okay. I will move into this room, and then I want to peek into the next room, and I'm gonna hold my action to cast Hunter's Mark on whatever's in there, so that I can have a clear like thing in it, so I can track it. Not for doing damage, just want a Hunter's Mark, because Hunter's Mark allows me to track whatever I cast it on. So I just want to peek. Like, even if I can just look through like the bottom of the doorway, not even opening it, I just want to just enough so I can see whatever it is, because it needs to be within sight. To Hunter's Mark it.
So you're looking specifically to see something, yes?
Yes, I'm trying to see whatever this aberration is, because I know it's close. I can sense it that it's close. I just want to see it so I can finally... She's getting frustrated that it keeps getting out of her vision, so she just wants to Hunter's Mark it so she has a grasp on it.
Okay. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. I'm concerned.
That's interesting.
Yes. Do any of my aberration ranger things apply to this?
Does any of those give you advantage on your favored enemy for saving throws or attacks or whatever?
Favorite enemy gives me advantage on survival checks to check them, as well as intelligence checks to recall information about them. Those don't have anything to do with saves specifically. And then my proficiency bonus is doubled on proficient skills when you make an intelligence or wisdom check. So again, that's just, that's
not
just checks.
It's just a saving throw.
Just a saving throw. Let's go. 3, 4 plus 1. It's 4.
Good.
I don't
For
know what
a
this means. I'm
moment,
assuming it's fine.
for a moment,
Yes.
you're following this path that this thing has made through the dust.
Okay.
And you peek under the door, and you think for a brief second you see something, and you peek through the door. There's nothing.
Angry.
Actually, not only you, I need the other two of you to also make an intelligence saving throw.
Ooh.
I mean, I can't see anything anyways, so...
Doesn't matter. This is not just for sight.
Yeah, that's fair. But that's a 4, so it all tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we got same twins.
9.
Yeah. For a moment, all of you pause. And you think you could have heard something. But it's probably nothing.
Absolutely not. Can I cast? Can I try to do my spend a spell slot to sense it again?
Yeah.
Sense aberrations around? Is it going to be gone? I'll spend the spell slot.
You have the sense.
Yep.
I would like Scott and Ian to briefly take off their headphones.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
What have I done?
Oh shit.
Okay.
Hey, how's it going?
You're in a room
Yes.
where it's sort of dark. It's the main landing area. That's where you sort of poked your head back out through this room. And for a moment you thought you saw something, and you didn't. There's nothing there. There's clearly nothing there. And you turn back and you think, I've got to really check. And you expend your spell slot and sense. And not 10 feet behind you, there's an aberration.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And for a moment, you feel like you can hear something. It's like you're reminded of like a song, maybe a lullaby, maybe something else, but you feel like you can hear something for a moment, but nah, it's probably nothing. But half of you is feeling like there is nothing there, and the ranger side of you is screaming that there is an aberration 10 feet behind you.
Okay.
It's not moving.
It's not moving.
It's not moving.
If I flip around and I look like directly behind me and I try to cast Hunter's Mark, I'm supposed to be able to see the thing to cast it. It says specifically, but I'll try. Does anything happen?
No.
Does the spell slot go away?
I will say no. I'm not going to make you spend a spell slot because you are incapable of seeing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know that it's just there's nothing. There's nothing there.
Okay. I do have Fairy Fire. I don't know if that I mean, obviously I made an intelligence save, so I'm assuming that intelligence is the only thing that would break it out. But would I be able to figure out myself if I dumped a bunch of Fairy Fire on it, would it help me see it or not?
You would know it would only help if it didn't save against it.
Yeah.
So you're risking not knowing if it succeeded or not. How long is your sense on the aberration? For
a minute.
A minute. So, and would you have to drop it's not a spell though, but you're spending a spell slot.
I'm spending a spell slot, but it's not a spell. I don't have to, it never says anything about holding concentration.
Okay.
So if I do cast Fairy Fire, though, it's concentration. Hunter's Mark is also concentration. So I'd have to Fairy Fire and then Hunter's Mark, and that's all.
You'd have to Fairy Fire, and then it would immediately drop, and there would be Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
But, it just feels like there's nothing there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's okay.
There's like these two parts of you that are absolutely warring.
Yeah.
And it's up to you on how much you want to try doing these two things. It's not moving.
Okay. I'm trying to ignore the conversation happening in the background. Okay. I have just above the tail, I have 2 spell slots left. So if I did this, it would be my last 2 spell slots and I'd be all done. Okay. So I think well, if I'm being honest, Dove she's a performer at heart and she wants to impress, and her whole thing coming into this whole mess was, I'm a ranger and I know the forest really well and I can track things and I can also I can do these things with birds. She's gotta impress at this moment, and this thing keeps getting the best of her, and that's rather annoying. So I'm just gonna try it. She's just gonna give it a go.
Okay. Fairy
Fire, Hunter's Mark.
Okay. I'm going to ask them to put their headphones back on because you're doing something that will make noise. So they'll deal with it.
Does Fairy Fire make noise?
Is it a verbal? There's a verbal component?
It's verbal.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you can.
Correct.
All right. So go ahead and cast your spell.
DC 10.
It has to beat a DC 10.
Yeah, it's a 10.
Oh,
Oh boy.
no. Oh, no.
I'm gonna roll.
Roll for friendship?
Sure, it's absolutely friendship. I'm not. You cast the spell.
Yeah.
What's the range on that?
20-foot cube.
20 foot
60
cube.
feet away.
60 feet away. This room is probably about 90 feet. Like, this is the landing. There's a couple other doors. And you cast your spell. You're making noise and you're clearly peering around. Nothing happens.
Yeah. It's a 10. It's a 10. It's so bad.
It's a 10.
Okay. She's going to very silently curse the existence of whatever creature this is. Whether it exists or not. Okay. No reason to do anything else at this point, because I mean I could do one more thing, but then I'm just pushing my luck,
Premac and
They've heard me. They've heard me. They can.
Yeah, you have heard Dove speak and cast a spell. Have you cast Fairy Fire before with them?
The only time I ever cast it is on my birds to make fun tricks.
Okay, but they've definitely heard you cast it. You have heard Dove do the incantation for Fairy Fire.
Yes.
From below you, Neve, and Premac. I'm gonna say you're kind of seeing from the window as you're about to do your swap with the shadow. You can almost hear it because it's magic. You're listening out for your friends through the windows, and it's not like it's very thick glass. And so as you get up to the window, you see Dove casting the spell. Just nothing's happening. You're just standing in this landing on the 4th floor alone. And Neve, you hear Dove cast a spell, and then nothing.
I'm gonna creep back down the stairs, still being stealthy, to go to where I heard her cast the spell.
Yeah.
I mean, from me, you'd be able to hear sort of quiet swearing of like, it was there, but it's not there. But where is it? Do I do it again? Should I do it again? What if I did it again? But then I can't. What is it? It's just.
I'm going to try to send my echo, if I can. If there's any gap in the window or anything, I could slip it through into the tower, if it and onto the floor, and then just materialize there quietly.
It's a medieval tower. There's some gaps in the glass. Absolutely, you can send your shadow through, and then you're going to swap again.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
Just kind of crouch in the darkness, ready.
I need you to. Okay, this is going to be very specific. Okay. There's a landing. It's a circular landing around 90 feet altogether. Dove is standing by the door of the servant's entrance. Hold on. I will just draw this in Owlbear because we have maps and I can do it. Wow. I'm going to be using a handy dandy Owlbear feature because I don't have a map prepared exactly for this room. Oops, ignore my other party members here, as I had used this before. But look at that. There's even some helpful things on it. So I will say that let me do
Owlbear Rodeo, friends. Owlbear.rodeo. It will be soon coming out with version 2. You should check them out.
Yes. So this room, there is the land. Oh God, that's not where I've forgotten how Owlbear works. There's a landing here. The stairs The main stairs are here.
Okay.
There is a hall to the back, and Dove. I have so many tokens of you. Dove is like here. Your window
Okay.
is that you are sort of seeing through is like on this side.
Okay.
So Neve, you would be coming down those main stairs.
Yes.
Following, of course, the curve of the circle because it's a tower. And Premac, you would be somewhere here. So I will say, I put you in the wrong place. Neve would be there. I need to not be drawn. I need to be on a different tool. There. So that's where you guys sort of are. So
Okay.
I don't know. I don't remember exactly your movement of your shadow, and I think you can. It's 15 feet or whatever it is. I need you to put on the map where your shadow is going and where you are swapping places.
Okay. All right. You can mentally command the echo to move up to 30 feet in any direction, no action required. So my assumption would be that the echo is now 10 feet below me at the previous window where I had swapped from. So it would move up 10 feet, and I'm going to move it in 20 feet.
Mhm.
But I'm going to stay to the wall. So I'm going to say 5, 10, 15, 20. So I would put my echo here-ish, and I would swap places with it, just crouched in the corner against the wall.
Okay.
As low as possible, for if there's anything to like hide behind in the darkness.
Okay.
And that would put my echo back at the windowsill, hanging there.
Okay. So you're sort of against the wall back here.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Give me a stealth check.
It's an 11.
Okay. Neve,
See.
are you coming down the stairs to also investigate?
I am currently. Would say I am like in the stairwell, kind of peeking around the corner to see what is happening.
Okay. What a perfectly timed whisper. Neve, I'd like you to give me a perception check, which we'll deal with in a moment.
Okay.
Premac, you watch. What'd you get?
7.
Okay. Okay. You watch Dove cast the spell. You get in the room, sort of standing at the wall. There's nothing here. Dove is looking a little frustrated and a little confused. There's nothing here. Nothing's moving. Nothing's around. It's just a dark, quiet, empty tower.
Within the last, it was 1 minute. I messed up the first one. I swear for like 40 seconds. And then the last like 20 seconds, I'm like, fuck it. And I'm going to cast web as well. In the general, you know what? No, fairy fire makes more sense. I'm going to just do it again. I'm just going to, I'll try something. I'll try web because, web's also dex. There's absolutely no reason to not, it's the same thing. So I'll just do it again. I'm just going to use my final spell slot. I'm going to do it again because I'm mad.
And you're going to make a web?
Yep, I can't even fairy fire Hunter's Market this time. I'm just gonna fairy fire just to finally tell myself that I can't see anything.
Fairy fire or web?
Fairy fire, because
Fairy fire.
web wouldn't really show me it. It would.
Okay.
I mean, it might be like in the middle like that, but it's the same check either way. It's either going to be dex or dex.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, and it's a DC 10.
Yep, that's it.
Let me check. Nope, nothing.
I want to roll maybe like an insight on Dove herself
Okay.
and just see like obviously I the player have a sense that there's something there. Does Neve understand that there is something there that she is trying to see, or does she think that Dove is like either off her rocker in some way, like is just completely confused, is just like
Yeah, go ahead and get
How-
that insight check.
yeah. I want to gauge how well Dove is aware of what's really there.
Mm-hmm.
I
Dirty
don't
20.
know. Oh, nice. I don't know what is going on, so I've just popped in, and I'm just looking around the room, trying to see what is it that Dove is,
Yeah.
agitated.
Dove, I
about.
think you know Premac is here
Yeah,
because your passive is enough to pick him up. So you know Premac is here.
Yeah.
Neve, you get the sense, and Abby, you can correct me if I'm wrong. You get the sense that Dove is frustrated
Mm-hmm.
and seems to be sort of battling that something could be there that none of you can see,
Right.
but nothing seems to be working on actually confirming that anything is there.
Right.
You are quite certain nothing's there.
For sure.
I think at this point
well,
she's going to start talking to
here's-
Premac, unless if you'd like to stop, you can see her just beginning to spin around.
Well, I think I'm also wondering. I think Neve would know. We can both cast Fairy Fire.
Yeah.
But Neve's is significantly stronger.
Oh yeah, way better. Way better.
So I think they would, even though they don't see anything or recognize anything there, they would see how pissed off Dove is.
Mm-hmm.
And would cast their own Fairy Fire in the same spot that Dove did, which is DC 16 Dex.
Jeebus, that's way better than mine.
Okay.
Would you allow that?
I mean, if I talk to Premac, it's just going to be like, it's there and it's not. What the fuck is happening? And just like, so I mean,
I think if
Whatever
nothing
you
else,
wanna do.
just to like one last shot. If there really isn't anything there, this will prove it.
Okay. 16?
Yep,
this thing's got like a plus 20 dex. I
probably.
swear. Yeah.
I doubt it. This will get it, but we're
Yeah.
gonna try anyways.
Yeah. Dove appreciates the support.
I will say, as Neve casts the spell, Dove, your minute of sensing it sort of starts to fade.
Yeah.
And Neve casts Fairy Fire. Your invisibility drops,
Yep.
and the flash of light sort of dwindles. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
And your perception check from before, little too late to hear in advance, but now you're hearing footsteps coming up the main stairwell. The kind of clomping. Okay.
Oh, but we're still here.
My
Okay.
last is-
You all can now hear there's some clompy footsteps coming up the main They're not rushing. It just sounds like someone's coming up the stairs who is at least like armored.
Well, now I will turn to Premac. Okay, there was something here, but it's not here anymore. But now something's definitely coming. I'm gonna go back down the stairs. I don't know how you got here, but you should probably leave now.
Fair enough. Good luck.
Okay.
And just in that moment, I don't even move. It just, and I'm back to clutching on the edge of the thing
Window.
looking in the
Dove's
window.
terrible perception. She's like, he teleported. The fuck? He's gone. Yeah, when did he do that? Okay.
So, what is on this landing? Like,
What do you
what
mean?
kind of furniture, etc., or anything?
There's like some broken like day beds. There's some chairs. There's like a chest or two. Some of them are covered in linen. Some of them aren't. There's like a statue sort of leaning up against the wall. A couple chests.
I'm going to clock where the servant's entrance is as Doves leaves, and then I'm going to hunker down, maybe like under that statue where it's leaning against the wall. Like if there's a little gap there, I'm just gonna hunker down there invisibly and watch what happens when the guards come.
Yeah, absolutely. You hunker down. Premac is by the window.
I'm going down the stairs.
You're going down the stairs. Premac, are you watching through the window?
Yep. And I'll dismiss my echo so that it's not visible for anyone.
Okay. All right. So with you all in those spots, Dove is not privy to this because Dove, unless you're like trying to peek through the door. If you're just going down the stairs, you're just going down the stairs.
My perception's bad anyway. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm angry.
Okay. So Dove is going down the servant's entrance. Neve and Premac, you watch from each of your vantage points as two guards come up the stairs. I've added so many things to Owlbear. I've got a lot. You watch two guards come up the stairs and enter the main landing. And they're just sort of looking around, just doing a check. So look. One of them like elbows the other, and it's like, there's nothing up here. Do we have to go back up 4 more flights of stairs? And the other one, who's a little older, like rolls his eyes, and he's like, we've got to just check. Just to make sure. There's a lot more people in the palace. And they sort of walk towards the middle of the room, just looking. One of them is sort of like headed straight for where the statue is, and gets to about like here. The other one comes over here.
Okay, and so the statue would be
wherever. You can say if you want it to be over here by the door, you can. If you want it to be over by the servant's entrance, you can.
Let's say it's like over here, so it's
perfect. Yeah, so this guy sort of like walked in that direction, sort of going towards the servant's door. He pokes his head sort of like through the door. He doesn't catch Dove though, because Dove's gone and he's not quick. And he turns back around to talk to the other guard. In that moment, you and Premac blink. And the only guard that came up the stairs sort of turns, kind of looks like he's forgotten something, and sort of shrugs, and he goes back towards the main stairs. And he continues on his solo patrol.
Now, given that I have cast spells that modify people's memories in the past, would I be possible to notice something's not right, even in like the vaguest sense?
Give me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, that's my worst. That's the worst possible thing you could ever have me roll. The absolute worst.
And I make you do it twice.
It's a 10.
What other guard?
Wait,
Premac.
one other guard is in...
I said, what other guard? There's only one.
What other guard?
Yeah, there's nothing.
I don't even get like a little sense of like something is slightly off.
Oh, no.
Okay.
A guard came up the stairs to check. And he's going to turn around and go back, continue going up the stairs. And check the other floors, and then they'll be leaving. Premac. Damn it. You've had a rough night. And as you hold on to the edge here, your hand, where that symbol is,
Oh fuck.
burns. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
It's been a while since I thought about that symbol on my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Oh, man.
Oh,
And so
no.
the only guard on patrol leaves, and you
Hmm.
all will return to your quarters eventually. And we will pick up there the next time.
Out of curiosity, does Premac also think only one guard? Or will we just deal with that next time?
We
'Cause
get
I'm
to deal
looking
with that
in.
next time.
Okay. All right.
There's some memory unlocking possibly to happen.
Oh, shit.
So yeah,
Oh, my
excited.
goodness.
I get to fuck around a little bit with everything. I was so glad when you said you were following the live one. There were two possibilities of what you're gonna do if you followed the worms or if you followed the live aberration. And here we are. If we were playing an Until Dawn game, with a little butterfly in the corner, the path has been chosen.
Indeed.
Here we are with no spell slots and barely any health. And
Yeah. Oh man. Oh man.
I'm glad
mean,
you all followed me
nothing-
here today.
What are you talking about, guys? Nothing happened.
oh, it's
True.
What happened? We're just gonna
Yeah.
go back.
Nobody was here.
Poor
There's no
lonely
one here.
guard.
Yeah.
And yeah, once the singular guard is gone, it'll be fine, and your night will be over.
Hmm.
Well, thank you so much, everyone who stuck around with us and watched, or is maybe watching later from home. We had a great time. I very much enjoyed finishing that combat and starting to do this. I have laid these plans probably 5 months ago. I have built this. I have been
City.
waiting for it. And now it begins.
Lovely.
This is only a beginning.
Wonderful.
Lovely.
Also,
So-
I need you to know that intelligence saving throw is the only stat for which I have a negative value.
It's almost like when you built your characters, I went, what would be mean as an enemy
See,
to throw against?
Premac is smart.
Premac is good with patterns. He wouldn't necessarily know, all the book stuff, but he'd like pick up the weird dust patterns on this or that. Or
Yeah, that's fair.
And yeah, I have some people who know. It's going to be very fun as nothing's wrong. Nothing's happening.
There's nothing wrong. Yeah, there's nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong at all.
Oh.
And that is where we will pick up next time on Cordially Invited. We will make an announcement on socials as to when that will be. Go ahead and join us on Discord, hang out, come watch our other shows, either here on YouTube or over live on Twitch. If you wanna, I'm sure we'll be adding stuff to the Notion as we go. You can go feel free and just like bookmark that page now and come back to it later to really explore.
Down in the description.
Down
Or
in the
join us on
description.
Discord and get our notifications of when we've added stuff to it.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. So thank you for watching this evening. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for a great combat, DM.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.